Hey guys, I'm KJ with another video, and let's do a story time. First, I'm gonna tell you about one of my teachers. She was she was a really nice teacher, y'all. I liked her a lot, and we're gonna call her Miss Wobbles because she wobbled when she walked. So Miss Wobbles, clearly she was really overweight. She was like very, very heavy set. I think she had lymphedema or something like that. And in her legs. And she always seemed to just be so depressed, y'all. Like, I always felt bad for her, but she was a really, really nice woman. Like, I liked her. She only like upset me once, and that's because she gave me detention for a stupid reason. And basically, I'll tell y'all about that in this story time too. So I'll tell y'all about that in this story time too, like when I got detention for the stupidest reason ever, for almost dying. But anyway, so Miss Wobbles, like I said, she was very heavy set. She loved food. She was always eating, and the way she was, like, most teachers wouldn't let you eat in their class. And so, Miss Wobbles, like, I used to always eat in her class because the way she was like, if you bring me something, you can eat too. And anybody that knew me, like, they knew I always had the snacks. I literally would carry my books, but I always have my backpack because my backpack would be full of snacks. Like, I would stop by the store and get like 2 or 3 cans of Pringles, several bags of candy, 2 or 3 drinks. Like, I was always with the snacks. I like to eat. So, I would always get like her, I always make sure I got her a can of Pringles or like some candy or something so I could, you know, this particular day I went to my locker or whatever. I grabbed my backpack because I needed my backpack because my backpack had my snacks. I was going to go to her class, you know, I was ready to grub. So, I see Miss Wobbles in the hallway, y'all, and she got some Popeye's chicken. So I'm like, dang, bro, she got Popeye's. She might not let me eat my snacks today because that Popeye is gonna be better than the snacks I got. So I was kind of bummed. I'm like, dang, I'm still gonna take it to the class though. So I'm going to the class, and I'm not really tripping on being tardy because she never like wrote us up for being tardy, and then she just like look at us like. So, like, I wasn't really tripping, like, and the bell rang, like, and I'm literally, like, walking past her as the bell rang, because, like, she not even in the class. So she started trying to, hurry, like, she started walking faster, and she tripped and fell, y'all. And as she tripped and fell, as my soul left my body for me trying not to laugh so hard, but I laughed anyway. I'm so sorry, y'all. I laughed at her. I'm a horrible person sometimes. I did laugh at her, but like at the same time, I did ask her if she was okay. She got mad and she was like, and I thought she was mad at me. She's like, get away from me. I'm just like, oh, okay. And then I saw it, y'all. I saw what she was so mad about. Her Popeye's chicken was just all over the hallway. Like, leg over here, thigh over here, wing down there, breast right in front of her. Like, the Popeye's chicken was just all, it was scattered throughout the house. About 8 pieces of chicken in the hallway. So, you know, I was gonna pick it up, but then I'm like, nah, you know, she probably gonna get mad at that too. I was trying to ask her if she okay and help her up. She got mad, and you know, I'd be mad if I waste my chicken too. So I understood, but she didn't have to be rude like that. So anyway, I get to her class before her because she's still in the hallway rolling around trying to get up because she didn't want my help. So I'm telling the dude sit beside me what happened. And he like, bruh, she did not lose all chicken. I said, every piece of chicken just scattered out in the house. He like, nah, bruh, not the chicken. You know, we clowning or whatever. And she come in the classroom, y'all. And clear as day, she got this box of chicken in her hand. And I'm just like, maybe she gonna throw it away in the class. So, so when she gets to in the class or whatever, she sit the box of chicken on her desk, and I'm like, and so yeah, she get up, she start teaching class, whatever. She telling us what our assignments and stuff is. We start working, and I hear, so I'm like, let them know. Y'all, I sat on the front row, so I had a world class view. Like, I could see everything. Y'all see how big my eyes is? I can see it all. So I see her, and she like kind of shaking the box, lifting the lid of the chicken up, and she reached her hand in and she pulled her leg out. She just like kind of behind the box, but like still above it, because she was like watching the class. So I'm like, what can I call the guy that was sitting beside me? I'm gonna call him Jay. I was like, Jay, and he was like, bro, is that the same chicken? Like, we whispering. So like, I'm like, yeah, that's the same chicken, you know. And he's like, bro, she eating the floor chicken. So he turns around and he starts telling the guy behind him, she dropped that chicken on the floor, bro, she eating it. So the dude behind us, he hit the girl. He like, hey, she hit drop that chicken. And I'm feeling like, oh my God, what did I start? Because I was the only, like I said, I was late for class. So it wasn't like a lot of people in the class. I was the only person in class that had seen her drop the chicken. So she knew it was me that started this, y'all. And I was just like, y'all, chill out. What are you doing? And then it was this one dude in the classroom, and he just never cared, y'all. He never cared. And he goes, hey, Miss Wobbles, did you drop that chicken on the ground in the hallway? And the whole class is like, and like laughing and stuff. And she's like, shut up. I'm hungry. I didn't have lunch today. And y'all, she started crying a little bit. Like, she didn't like start crying hard, but like a couple of tears fell out her eyes. I felt so bad because like when I had told you, I didn't mean for it to get around the whole class. I wasn't trying to embarrass her. And I didn't even know she was gonna eat the chicken when I had told him. So I was just like telling him about what had happened. So like when she started crying, I felt really, really bad. And I told her, I was like, Miss Wobbles, you want a can of Pringles or something? So you ain't got to eat that chicken. And she's like, yeah. So I just gave her a can of Pringles. Like, I gave her a drink too, because I had like a Dr. Pepper and a Sprite. I gave it a Sprite. And I guess that made her feel better or whatever. But y'all, I still think she ate that chicken because she didn't throw that chicken away. She put it like down in her drawer. So I think she took it home and ate it. Like, so yeah. I think she still ate the floor chicken. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all about another time in Miss Wobble's class when I almost died, y'all. I almost died in there twice. So, yeah. I'm gonna tell you about the first time I almost died, then I'm gonna tell y'all about the time she wrote me up for almost dying. So, the first time I almost, because it's really short, the first time I almost died in Miss Wobble's class was, when I was disobedient to my mother. So kids, always listen to your mama because your mama know best, because your mama just be trying to keep you from killing yourself. So, like they make these little like prank pins, and like when you press them, they electrocute you. And my brother had bought me one, and so I played with it all night, and I don't know, I got addicted to the little shocky feeling. I really liked it. I was just like, I was enjoying shocking myself. I liked the way it made everything feel. Just, yeah, that was literally me. So I'm so awkward. Why am I so awkward? Okay, so anyway, yeah, I was just enjoying it, electrocuting myself with the pen or whatever. So, okay. In my mind, I know that metal conducts electricity. The more metal, the higher the current of electricity will be. But that ain't something you just really be thinking about all day. And so I'm sitting in Miss Wobble's class, and I'm with my pen, and I'm like, and it felt so good, y'all. So, you know, I'm sitting in the desk, and you know, the chair is kind of like plastic, And the tabletop is like a hard plastic, but the bars and everything around the desk is made of metal. So I'm holding on to the bar, y'all, and I'm just kind of pressing it up under like the bottom of the desk and making it kind of like vibrate, because it makes like a vibrating kind of feeling like when it shocks. And then, y'all, I don't know why I got the idea to press it against the metal bar under the desk. Mind you, I'm still holding on to that bar with this hand, so when I press it, that electric bolt is not just like, it's like, and that was me literally, like, and it hurt everything in my core. It's a wonder it didn't frost my organs or something, y'all. I fell out the chair and I'm just in fetal position on the ground like, it hurts so bad. And she's like, what happened? Are you okay? Do I need to call your mom? And I'm just on the ground still with the pen in my hand like, no, don't call my mama. And she's like, what was wrong? I was like, she told me not to bring the pen. And so she didn't call my mama. I eventually, like 3 minutes later, finally got up and sat in my chair, and I was just like trying to catch my breath. I finally caught my breath, and yeah, I didn't die, thankfully, but I felt like I almost did. It was extremely painful. I wouldn't recommend it to nobody, but I still enjoy the shot pen. Go figure. Yeah. Okay, so the other time I almost died in Miss Wobble's class was, well, I got detention for I didn't really get detention. I got wrote up for almost dying, which it was my fault, but technically I didn't do what she told us not to do. She told the classroom shut up and be quiet. Like, I thought shut up and be quiet was the same thing. But that's what she told us to do. Shut up and be quiet. So, I wasn't talking, which is weird for me because I like to talk. I was always talking, but I just literally was not talking this day. And we were bored. I was so bored, y'all. I'm like, I can't talk. We ain't got no word. What we supposed to do? Just sit here and breathe. Oh my God. I ain't got nothing to do. So, like, that was really me freaking out because I think I have ADHD and I just can't stand to, like, not have something to do. So, yeah. So, it's other people in the classroom talking, but I wasn't talking, y'all. So, like I said, bored. I started digging through my backpack, and I found the plastic. I don't know. The school pictures come in like a plastic. I found the plastic that they came in. And for some reason, at home, I would always, like, put, like, plastic bags on my head, and I would breathe in, and it was thin plastic, so it would just pop, and then I could breathe again. But I did this with this plastic, and this plastic was kind of thick. So when I went, it just stuck to my face, and I couldn't breathe back out to, like, get it loose. So I'm trying to pull it off my face, and it's in my nose, and it's in my mouth, and it's like, and I'm still pulling because I can't breathe out to, like, loosen it to get it out. Like, it's just stuck, like, because I'm still, like, it's like created a seal, and I'm like yanking on it, and I was I'm really like about to die, I can't breathe, and then it clicked, it hit me, pop a hole in it, so I'm like, that's literally me in the middle of the classroom trying to catch my whole life back because I almost lost it. And the class started laughing at me. I wasn't even trying to be funny. I was just trying to live. And so she wrote me up, and I was blown. Like, I was so blown because I didn't care that she wrote me up. I didn't like that she lied on me. She could have said disrupting the class, and I would have been okay with that. She could have said doing stupid stuff, and I would have been okay with that. She could have said attempting to kill herself, and I would have been okay with that. But you know what I wasn't okay with? She said I was talking. Girl, I was talking, and I had a whole plastic over my face. How? So when I went to the office or whatever, I told him, man, I said I wasn't talking, I was dying. And he's like, what? So I explained to him what had happened or whatever. And he told me, he was like, well, instead of going to detention, why don't you just come to my office and run errands for me? And I said, okay, that's cool. So I got to run errands that day instead of going to detention. Plus, I had like 105 in the class, so I didn't have to take my final anyway. So, ow. And yeah, like that was the time I almost died in Miss Wobble's class for the second time. Y'all, it was something about that class. I think it was my funeral. Also, me and a friend of mine used to write really cute notes on the board to each other in there because we had her different periods, and it was just adorable. Shout out to him. Yeah, so I'm KJ. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.